Yo, happy Sunday morning, you guys. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
Hey, Mark.
great. I think
We'd
it's morning for you guys. Not sure what time it is for me, but yeah, fantastic.
afternoon for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
We'd like to welcome our guest down below,
Yep.
Mr. Marco.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Marco, tell everyone where you are right now at the moment.
Yes.
I am in Lake Como, Italy, where I am based for most of the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So isn't
Nice.
it great? Our podcast, American football, but we go worldwide. We're
That's
spreading
right.
it, you know?
Hey, man, we're international.
That's right.
Global.
That's right.
That's right. Well-
And it starts with guys like Marco and Tim from Methane who come on and like what we're doing and want to come on and talk football with us.
Yep.
So,
Well,
Marco,
we'd like to welcome you to
Yes.
episode 23.
yes,
23
yes. We want
of
to
the
say
first
thank
of
you.
10 NFL
Delighted
New York
to be
Jets
here.
podcast.
Yeah. So, Marco, let's start off with a simple question. How did you become a 49er fan? What was it about them?
Oh, Jesus. So, I grew up in Italy, right?
Okay.
And they started showing over here U.S. sports games on TV in the second half of the 80s.
Okay.
So as a kid, clearly because of, my passion for hard rock and heavy metal,
Mhm.
clearly America was a big part of my life already.
Okay.
So I took a liking to U.S. sports as well. And I watched a lot of NBA games and NFL games. And those were the days of, Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. It was very easy to fall in love with them.
Mhm.
But because I'm Italian, I tend to be a little passionate about sports. Once I fall in love with a team, I'm not switching.
Exactly.
So, the only thing that happened is I have to admit, in the 2000s, I kind of lost track a little bit because I was working in London and working 80 hours a week, time
Mhm.
difference and everything. There's a gap in my 49ers knowledge, not in my commitment though.
Okay.
There you go. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Well, I mean, let's start off talking about your Niners.
Okay.
You want to see Jimmy G or Trey Lance?
I'm still in the Jimmy G camp at this stage. I think
Okay.
Trey has shown that he has a ton of talent, fantastic arm, I think, incredible athleticism. My concern is this kid hasn't played enough games. And
Mhm.
Kyle Shanahan's offense is so complicated that I think that if you throw him into the Wolves, we are on the risk of, what you're going to do. You're going to bench Jimmy, and then if Trey doesn't work, you're going to ask Jimmy to step in.
You're gonna send him to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's the safer option. I think the scheduling the beginning is a little easier. Everybody can get up to speed and back into like NFL speed.
Mhm.
And I think Jimmy definitely gives us in the beginning the better chance. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you, to see Kyle throw some weird stuff out there, pulling
Wildcat
Jimmy out.
formation.
Little wildcat or something.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
some plays designed for Trey. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to sub the QBs if that happens. I think it's going to be if it happens, it's going to be even more intense than what we've seen with Breeze and Hill.
I was gonna say almost like the Saints did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something of that kind.
But I mean, it got me thinking. Rookie QBs starting the
Right.
year off,
Yeah.
and I immediately thought of Sanchez as far as
Yeah.
we go.
Mhm.
I mean, in 2009, he went 9-7 as a rookie.
Yeah.
They went to the AFC Championship, but I think a lot of that was due to our defense because he only had a 53.8% completion rate. He had 12 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. And he fumbled the ball on his own 10 times. So, I mean,
Yeah. I think the risk is there. I mean, I've seen it with a few snaps as well during preseason with Trey. There's been a lot also. I mean, I'm following a little bit what happened during, practice. There were a lot of like fumble snaps, fumbled handover to RBs. It takes time. This is not something that, as good as you can be, that you just pick up like this, right?
No.
Reps are what really matters. So,
And I never played on their level. I'm sure you guys haven't. the college game and the pro game, the speed is just so much more quicker. And we're talking about a kid like Trey Lance, who I believe played one game over the last 2 years.
Yes.
So it is going to take a while. What I'm not understanding, and I don't know how much of the sports shows you watch, at least the ones over here, one network in particular, I won't name them, they're convinced that Lance is going to be your starter after the bye week. If you're 5-0 or 4-1 with Jimmy and fighting for a playoff, how are you making that switch?
You don't fix what's not broke.
Exactly.
I'm with you. I think the only way you see him start it really, either Jimmy gets injured again, and I really wish that doesn't happen.
Yep.
I think he's had enough. Or something. I mean, Jimmy needs to be on such bad run that Kyle goes, it's time to choose something. But I'm with you. Why would you do it after the bye if the record is there to support?
Yeah, if you're winning, exactly.
I agree, Marco, 100%. That's why I didn't get this one network's take on it.
I don't know. I think you're out there. You need to come up with something, right? This whole, I watch snippets here and there of the pressers after practice or after the preseason games, and clearly, no matter who's on the podium, no matter who it is, someone will say, "So what's the situation between Jimmy and Trey?"
Yeah,
I mean, you should see the face on George Kittle the last time he was asked. He literally went, as in,
like,
are you kidding else to ask?
Yeah. You wait and listen, they're reporters, they have a job to do, and we get it. But me as a fan, I'm sitting back thinking, sometimes I wish they would allow a couple of diehard, just a typical guy or a girl to go in and ask the questions, because these paid reporters, some of the questions they ask, you want to look at them and go, really? This is what you're asking? I mean, come on. Get a fan or two in there. Let's get some reality.
Those are some top journalists, boy.
Let me ask you one thing, because clearly, I'm sure on Twitter you guys follow more like your guys, just like I have, a lot of in my timeline. There's a lot of 49er chatter, and on our side, I mean, it feels like people are not realizing that we all support the same team. And I mean, to be honest with you, I don't care who's under center. I really don't care.
Okay.
If we get to the Super Bowl like we did,
I just want to win.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't care if we have Arik Armstead throwing the ball. I mean, if it's working, it's working.
Yeah.
Now, Marco, following up to what you said, you come from a team with a rich tradition. Try being a Jet fan with no tradition. And listen, I got killed on here a couple of weeks ago. Not on here, but I got crushed on Twitter because I spoke my mind and I said, I'm rooting for Sam. I like Sam. For better or for worse, maybe he won't be a good quarterback. He might turn out to be a bum, but I'm allowed to say how I feel. And I did. And Jet Nation came after me as if I killed someone just for saying how I felt.
Sam had a kick-ass game the other night, too.
Yeah, against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And listen, Marco, I say it every time I'm on it. He might turn out to be a bust. He was picked by my team. I liked him. I still like him. End of story. You want to crush me for it? That's fine. Anyway, back to your 49ers. You got a prediction on their record this year?
I'm an optimist. I will go 11-6.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
A lot of it, you need the usual asterisk next to it, assuming that we are relatively healthy. Because if we lose everybody like last year, I mean, if we win 6 games, then I'll again, it's going to be another Shanahan miracle.
And you're going to win everybody. And you're going to win the division, of course.
I think it's going to be tough because, I mean, I maintain it's probably the toughest division in football right now.
Yeah.
I think you can never discount the Seahawks, no matter how bad they can look at certain times.
Yep.
As long as they have Russ, as a center and Pete Carroll as a coach, it's
Yep.
going to be tough to beat them.
Yeah.
They've got our number for the past 10 years, right? They
Okay.
pretty much win every game.
Okay.
The Rams, it looks like we have their number, but
Mhm.
they have such an incredible defense that sooner or later they're going to whoop our butt. And with the Cards, you never know. I think
Right,
potentially
yes,
now
right.
they have too many holes. I think there's a lot of uncertainty, but they still have a ton of talent.
Okay.
So I hope we're going to win the division. I think 11-6 gets us there. We start getting to 9-8 or 10-7. I'm not.
Yeah, you're looking at a wild
Yeah,
card,
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Marco, speaking about your division as a whole,
Yeah.
go back a few months when the Rams signed Stafford.
Yeah.
Did that shake you to your core? Was that one of those like, my God, this guy could be the final piece for them that brings them over the top? Or were you more like me, like, all right, it's Stafford. Let's see before we anoint him, because here every NFL show was anointing the Rams as Super Bowl winners. Stafford's the man. I want to see Stafford now play with these players. Is that the team in your division that's giving you headaches at night, keeping you up at night?
For some reason, maybe because we keep beating them, I am less concerned about them. I just want us to crush the Seahawks a couple of times.
Okay.
But I think the starting lineups for the Rams are freaking juggernauts.
Mm-hmm.
But they've also invested a ton of money in very few players. So I'm not sure what happens to them if they have a couple of injuries.
Okay.
So I think the quality of or depth of the Rams just goes off a cliff if they start missing 2 or 3 key pieces. In terms of Stafford, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Is not going to play a single snap through preseason because McVay said, as long as I'm the coach here, is not ever going to play in preseason.
Okay.
He's a really good quarterback. I think he's a freaking gunslinger, but he's also, I think, less accurate than people because he's a gunslinger.
Well, I mean, having watched Detroit games, having watched them on Thanksgiving, whatnot,
every year, right?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't do anything for me, Stafford.
Okay.
So
okay,
I think
I wouldn't be worried if I was you.
I'm not that worried. I'm more worried about the fact that Shanahan went on a podcast interviewed by Sean McVay, right? There's the flying coach. And he said that when he received news of the announcement, he was in Cabo, and that ruined his vacation. Because before we traded the farm for Trey Lance, apparently that was our guy.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you.
I'm more concerned about the fact that Shanahan is concerned that just what I've seen Stafford play. Clearly, Kyle knows more than I do. So
yeah.
But
you know
of
what?
course.
It was just a little like, let me act like I'm concerned to let them think they got the upper hand, but I know what I'm doing here.
Maybe.
I
mean, I have a lot of trust in Shanahan as an offensive mind. I mean, if you want another proof how good he is, I mean, you guys the other night played the Eagles, right?
Yes.
Nick Mullins was cut before. I mean, they even got to the 53 this week, simply because how bad he played in preseason, and he still managed to look competent under center with a disaster of a team because everybody was injured because Shanahan was the coach.
Now, the hot rumor with Mullins is that he's going to wind up with our Jets.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear that, Kev? I'm sorry. So since that cut came down because he's played with the 49ers and Solomon LaFleur know him, it's speculation. Everyone thinks that he will be put on board because he already knows the system and he could be a good ear for Zach. That's the speculation. But again, we throw things out there. Reporters throw things out there and to see what sticks. Exactly what you just did. Exactly. We just throw things out there.
I watched your games. I watched your game this morning and with the Eagles, and I've seen a couple of Shanahan style plays
Mhm.
going on there.
Okay.
Where, the quarterback role looks like the entire offense like moves to the right, and there's a
And the
lone guy to the
quarterback,
left.
yeah, the quarterback,
Needs to
yeah,
pirouette, right,
Yep.
and throw. That's a Shanahan play.
Okay.
I've seen a little bit of like the fake handover to one side just with a toss to the other side. Clearly, Saleh, I think, is incorporating LaFleur, bringing something.
Mhm,
Right?
mhm.
So having someone that has already seen it all, I think, will potentially help. I just hope you guys don't need to get to him. Not because I got anything against Nick. I just hope that your quarterback stays healthy, because it's the last thing we want is for people to get injured.
What's your opinion on Salah?
So I think, first of all, he's a fantastic guy from what I hear. The locker room loves him. He's an incredible motivator.
Oh, you can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think he's a natural born leader. People follow him really just naturally. I think he knows where his soft spots are. So he's a defensive mind. Therefore, he brought a very good offensive mind with him.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right. One of the things that I have seen the other night, and I don't know if it's because they were like your backups playing or there's something there, but one of the issues that we have seen in the beginning with Saleh is there's a big tackling problem with linebackers and secondary. We fixed it because we brought on board like the defensive, the cornerback and safety coordinator, and our linebacker coordinator that was then promoted to DC this year to fix that.
Okay.
So I think is a really good student of the game, which means that your games will be very well prepared before, but it's shown me that there are gaps here and there where he'll need support.
Okay.
One of these things is not really good at in-game adjustments, in my opinion. So,
Really? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of it will depend on who he's surrounding himself with.
Okay.
Now you're making me a nervous wreck.
Okay.
You got a ton of young talent, guys.
I'm like, holy crap, we're gonna be playing Belichick or something, and he's gonna be making all these in-game adjustments, and
I mean, how
is he gonna stand there and scratch his head, Salah? What's he gonna do?
How does Belichick do it?
I don't know. And on the fly, no less. A lot of
Yes.
I'm gonna get the Patriot fans mad. The eye in the sky. The eye in the sky. I want to take it back to. I want to go back a few. Marco, you were saying you watched the Jet game the other night. Just speaking as a casual observer, you're not a Jet fan. You really know nothing about him. Watching our backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
My take was that they look smooth. They look like the LaFleur offense. They grasped it. They got it. As an observer of our team, what did you think watching our third and fourth stringer the other night?
So two things that sort of jumped out at me.
Okay.
One was that the execution, even with the backups of the backups, seemed very, very smooth. People knew where they were supposed to be.
That's
right. I also think,
thank God for once.
Yeah.
And I think because it's preseason, you don't see some of the wrinkles that you're going to see
of course.
during the season.
Yeah, sure.
Not a lot of pre-snap motions. And I think with LaFleur, once you guys start rolling, you will see a lot of that happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing that I really liked is you guys stuck to the ground game a lot. And
And
you know what? I'm in an era where everybody wants to see like 60 yards passes. I love it when teams
ground and pound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Inside, outside, inside, outside.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy
wear them out, wear them down. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That way by the fourth quarter, they're standing there with their hips on their hands on their hips going.
That's exactly what you want.
Right.
Now,
that's exactly what you want.
I'm glad you said that, Marco, as an outside observer, because sometimes me and Kevin knows we wear rose-colored glasses for our team. Do. You know, I'm guilty of it. This year I'm not. I'm trying to be a little more. I said the same thing you said a couple of weeks ago. I said it finally looks like our team, when we bring our second stringer in and our second string team in, third string, they're not running around like chickens without a head.
Yeah.
They're like clueless. They don't look clueless.
They,
exactly.
For the first time, I feel like, and I'm 51, Marco, so I'm not new to the Jets. I've been around for a while. I've seen a lot. This team from second string, third string looked like a tight-knit group that knew the offense, knew the defense. And yes, some missed tackles, and we talked about it the other day. We were
Sherwood,
a couple of missed tackles. But again, even these missed tackles aren't as bad as what we witnessed the last 2, 5, 10, 15 years. Things are starting to get tight, starting to come together. This year, we're going to be a 5 or 6 win team. But what I like is, even in the preseason, Marco, the building blocks. You see us growing, getting better, and that's all we can ask for.
And to be honest with you, I think you can see that Saleh has already left the imprint of the concept of team building.
Yeah.
Like, people having each other's backs. Okay, you make a mistake, that, you know what, you shake it off and you go at it again, right?
Yeah.
At it again. And I think, as you're saying, this year is a major, I think, stepping stone for you guys. But this is not the year where you're going, we're going to go to the AFC Championship.
Exactly.
And then, because that might be next year or 2 years from now, but at least the path is set, and it's good what you guys are trying to achieve, which I think should make you feel pretty good. Now, I know it comes from after years of frustration, so say Jesus, another
years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could see by that little short I put up on the podcast the other day of the locker room speech with Yaboa and everything, that they're buying in.
Yeah,
exactly. Buying into what he's saying. You can see it.
I mean,
I haven't seen the locker room that juiced in I don't know how long. So
I would say since the Rex Ryan days, probably.
Absolutely.
Rex Ryan days.
Yep.
What I really enjoyed, and I understand it was a preseason game, we're not putting our cap on anything. Of course. Well, I liked how the team rallied around that preseason win. Like, it wasn't like, oh, that guy's going to take my job, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Everyone just seemed to and that's what this team needs. This team needed a dose of I can't even think of the word, just a change of everything.
Positive energy. I think that's what, like,
a culture change.
Brings in,
absolutely.
Brings in spades, right? It's just we're gonna make things happen, and we're gonna do it together. And
I mean, the last 2 years under Gase, this team was dead. Dead.
Yeah.
The locker room was dead. The play on the field was dead. Everything was dead.
I mean, when we came last year, and I know last year was so weird because no fans. In the game with you guys, we lost Bosa and Solomon Thomas to ACLs in like 3 plays,
back-to-back plays.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
And I thought, Jesus, this is gonna get ugly. And instead, like, we got Mostert scoring on pretty much the first drive. It felt like your guys didn't even want to put up a fight.
No, you said how many times did I say it looked like they didn't even want to be there?
Yeah.
You know what? Your team follows your coach's lead. So if your coach is a Mama Luke, your team's going to play that way. And that's how
AKA Gase.
And that's how our team played. I see this team now under Saleh and under LaFleur and under this coaching staff, Marco, and it's like I'm watching a whole new team. Like, this is not my dad's Jets. This might not even be, as all the New York paper says, the same old Jets. This might be a new building block. And the only thing is, I worry, Jet fans are already, like, around here, we hear 10-6, playoffs. Nah, I'm looking for, this is my hope, 6 wins and to be in every game with a fighting chance in the final 2 minutes where I'm biting my nails going, we could win this one. I would love to do, if I'm being realistic, 6 this year, 10 next year, playoffs, and slowly grow. Get this nucleus every year to get a little better and better and better. That's what I'm looking for out of the
That's
team.
where we were when Shanahan came on board. I mean, keep in mind that we had a year under Tom Sula and a year under Chip Kelly where I literally stopped watching games.
Wow.
Because he wasn't even funny.
Chip Kelly.
I mean, Oh my God. I watched that. I remember that game in Pittsburgh where it looked like the Steelers were playing a varsity team. Where after, 2 quarters, you're down like 34 zip or something like that. And then you try and rally because you score 2 crazy touchdowns. Well, of course. I mean, those guys just, basically never came back from the locker room because the game was over after 10 minutes. I actually stopped watching it because, for me to watch a game, if it's on the East Coast, it's 7 p.m. here. But otherwise, like tonight for the preseason is at 10 p.m., which means, I'm up late.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay up late to watch, our guys getting destroyed and getting embarrassed, right? So I think when Shannon came on board, even if we're losing games in the beginning, I mean, I think we set the records for the closest total. I think the total points we lost by, I think the first 7 games was a record. They were that close.
Wow.
And you know what? We're not going to go anywhere, but at least it was fun to watch them fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
And I think you guys are there.
And that's what
Exactly.
Kevin and I talked about from day one when we started. Our hope for this coaching staff was to make us a cohesive unit and put up a fight. Kevin will tell you, I will tell you, you don't know how many games last year, Marco, at half, I was flicking through DirecTV to find another game.
Of course.
Or how many games felt like we were close at the half, but then came out with no change in direction for the second half and got blown off the field. I'm so happy this year that I feel we're going to be in every game. Teams cannot come into MetLife and lay their cap on the field and think they're going to beat us.
Exactly.
Not happening with this coaching staff. And if you're a player on our team who thinks that, Salah's not having it. You're on the bench. You're riding.
100%.
Right? Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. Yep.
Hey, I wanted to say there's a weird thing going on here. Never seen this before. It's actually telling me we got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I got the same. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I see. I wonder because if it's more than 2 people, you have to re-click the meeting. Didn't we have to do that once before?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens.
If we're gone, we're gone.
Yeah.
If they cut us off like, enough 49ers, it's a Jets podcast.
We'll come back part 2. That's all.
That's all. Oh, man. So what do we have here for our Jets today?
I don't. There's not a rich history between the 2 teams. Just a real quick history. Since 1971, the Jets and the 49ers have played 14 times. 49ers lead the series 11-3. Point differential: 49ers 344 points. Jets 234 points. Jets won in '83. No, Jets won in 2016. We beat them, and then we beat them in '98. That was about it. Twice we went into overtime with each team splitting. But other than that, there's not this big,
I got to say, there's one 49er game that stands out in my mind.
I know the one.
98.
Yep.
Okay. Glenn Foley, starting quarterback, game 1. Garrison Hurst. All the way down the field.
You remember that game, Marco?
I don't.
Okay. So, as Jet fans, we went into overtime. We're playing in San Francisco. We're pumped. We looked like we got
especially because those were the Niners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna steal this game.
We thought kickoff for overtime. We kick it off to you guys deep in your end. We're thinking, all right, 3 and out. They kick to us. We'll get good field position. Handoff, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin. Garrison Hurst, 98 yards down the side.
To the house.
98. Boom. That was. Now it turned out to be a good year for us. But that game was just missed tackle after missed tackle. Mo Lewis whiffing on a dime.
Now you make. I gotta watch that play. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
What I remember about that game is that I had to watch that play on replay because I went into the kitchen. I'm watching it with my dad and my brother at the time.
Right.
And I went in the kitchen thinking, overtime, I can make myself a quick sandwich, sit down, cheer. And by the time I got back, my dad was like, I'm disgusted. This team stinks. What happened? What happened? And I saw the replay of 98 yards down the side.
Oh, Jesus.
Man.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's probably the way I feel about the last few minutes of the Super Bowl against the Ravens a few seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, we're like on their 3-yard line,
Mm-hmm.
and we throw 3 fades. Kaepernick throws 3 fades. We are like we had the best running offense between Gore and Kaepernick. And then when you read what happened, it was one of the series of steps that just went everything went the wrong way, because Gore had gotten us there.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to come out because he's winded. So first thing we do is a run, but we get stopped. Yeah, because I think we're on the 6-yard line. We get stopped on the 3. The second play is designed for Kaepernick, and the Ravens are set for a throw. So had we snapped that ball, I think he would have walked into the end zone. Instead, as always, poor clock management on Kaepernick's side. Harbaugh has to call a timeout. By the time they call a timeout, because otherwise we have a 5-yard penalty for delay of game, when we get back, you can't run that play again.
Yeah.
So they try with a fade, and that didn't work. So they get back on it. As we're setting to get Gore back, the Ravens change the lineup again. So from our offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, realizes that, changes the play again, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
And the rest is history. And we got Joe Flacco was the MVP in the freaking Super Bowl. Yeah. He looked good the other night against you guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
Yeah. I'm going to put some cold water on that. It's easy to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback looking good against the 2s and the 3s, because when he played with us, you never thought this man won a Super Bowl.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell happened to him? You're watching him, right?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So Marco, my last question for you is, just because you're a diehard, it's obvious. Yeah. Give us your top 3 favorite 49ers of all time, or do you even have, because you love them so much, do you even have a top 3?
So my Joe Montana would be the easy one, but actually my absolutely favorite 49er player ever is Frank Gore.
Okay, really?
Oh,
nice.
I love Gore. I absolutely love Gore.
In the day,
he was out of college.
He was a battering ram.
He is amazing. I love that guy, and he is a 49er at heart.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then you got to go with Joe Cool, because he won us so many Super Bowls, and I think I was still defending him as the best player ever. Then I gotta admit, you watch, yes.
There he is.
Yeah.
Now, Marco, you and Kevin have a connection, because that's pretty much Kevin's boy. Kevin loves Joe Montana, so you two definitely have a connection with that.
He was unbelievable, but I have to say,
freeze frame, baby.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
Right?
That is absolutely awesome.
Has Notre Dame, the Niners, and KC.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And my third one is Patrick Willis.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. He turned us around. When he joined the 49ers, he made our defense a juggernaut. And everything turned around after Willis came on board, I think.
Wow.
You're not a Jerry fan?
I just think he's the GOAT, period. But I see more, I don't know, to me is what you feel like in terms of attachment to a player. Jerry Rice, to me, is the greatest player to ever play the game, but it is a little bit, I don't know, I feel it's a little bit surgical with him. I don't know, I like the passion of the other 3.
Okay.
I think Jerry was just too good. And he played for the Seahawks. I struggle with the Niner that
I
wears
hear
a
you.
Seahawks jersey.
I understand that.
I know he's the GOAT, but
I have something I wanted to show you. It's a little thing with Jerry and Dion, the
Oh, yeah.
rivalry they had. And
Oh,
when
yeah.
it's called head to head. And when you switch it that way, you see their two faces. And
Oh
when you
my God,
bring
that's
it back
awesome.
that way, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's pretty
that
cool.
was Deion Sanders was something else.
Yeah,
It was something else.
yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Well, that's it for me as far as my you were great. You gave us some good insight. Anything, Marco, you want to add? Anything?
I actually want to ask you guys how you feel about your.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back.
Good to be back.
Little glitch, right?
Before we got cut off, because
you two switch positions on my end, but
Okay.
It's
still
all
the
good.
same to me, but all good.
It's all good.
No, I was saying how you guys feel about your division.
Where do we start? Go ahead, Kevin. You go first. I'm sure we feel the same.
Like I was just saying, everybody's picking the Bills and the Pats. Even Miami, the Jets are going to be in the basement. They're going to come in last. They're going to win 5 games. So, I mean, honestly, New England doesn't impress me this year. Okay. I think Miami's being overhyped. But I was just saying, now I saw that they're talking about a trade for Watson.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'd like to hear your opinion on that as well, Marco.
Maybe they think Tua's a bust.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe they know something, and maybe they still are concerned about his hip. I don't know. They certainly have the assets to trade for Watson,
Yes.
They
have
all our picks, but plus theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I think, as an outsider, clearly we talked about you guys in terms of the other three. The Bills look fierce.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills look like they look even better than last year. I know that again it's preseason, but Jesus, they're impressive.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, they are.
I think at least on offense, they have so many weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have a good grasp on their defense, but on offense, they look phenomenal.
And Allen is really developed into it.
Yes. He's making throws that 2 years ago he wouldn't have made simply because he has more confidence in himself and his receiver corps. So I think the Bills, especially on offense, look incredible. Miami, I can't understand what the plan is. It seems to me like there's a lot of talent here and there because they played us last year. They annihilated us, but I mean, we didn't have a single starting cornerback. Mm-hmm. Jimmy was out. It was just one of those games that like we're not even on the field. So I can't really judge him from that game. Fitzpatrick looked like Tom Brady against us last year. But in general, I think I think they have a lot of talented players. I just don't get organically where they're trying to get to. So I don't think they're going to be that big of a threat. The Pats, I don't know how Mac Jones is going to play out. But they got Belichick, so and the eye in the sky.
Yeah.
So you put the two things together, right? They're always a threat.
Yeah.
So everything you said, Marco, I agree with. I think Buffalo are head and shoulders in the division. Again, it kills me to say it. They're a 13-win team. They're a hair behind the Chiefs in what they can do.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Miami confuses me, and they confused me last year, and I brought this up, and this is the point why they confused me. You have Tunga Vailoa.
Yeah.
If you want to find out he's the real deal, you needed to keep him in crucial situations and not pull him to bring in a Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
He needed, and what worries me is that I thought last year Flores was too concerned on his hype, Flores having his own hype. I'm going to make the playoffs. We have a shot, and didn't give into consideration the learning curve that Tua needed to be out there.
Honestly, I'm sick of the damn Dolphins.
I get it. I get it, but
shut the hell up already till you win something.
But I'm like you, Marco. I don't get where that team is going, and like you said, They wipe the floor with your team. And this is what always worries me with the Dolphins. You watch them week to week, and they look like world beaters. And then the next week, they look like they shouldn't even be out on the field. Like, it's just – and again, with my team, we'll have to have this conversation in 2 years to see the growth because it's too young. My hope is to just be competitive with these three teams and give these teams some food for thought every time they play us now then.
I think the Dolphins, to me, are the opposite of the Seahawks. The Seahawks are so consistent that almost as long as Russ is on the field and Bobby Wagner is on the field, they will put up a fight, and you will not annihilate them. You will not crush them. They will fight you. They will punch you in the teeth. It is clear to me who the Seahawks are. The Dolphins, you don't know who's going to show up.
And I mean, I don't want to just be competitive with these teams. I want to beat their ass, especially the Dolphins.
No, you're right, Kev. You're right. I'm just trying to take a realistic approach. Like I said, I've worn these rose-colored glasses every year. Like, Marco, if you knew me 10 years ago and said, Greg, what's your take? I'd be, Marco, you kidding? 11-5. Who's beating us? We got this, and this. This year, I'm taking that slow approach. But, like, again, we say this to all our guests. If the Jets do go 9-8 and Zach is the real deal, you'll have to come on week 17 because I will, right here in this chair,
he's going to smash eggs on his face
because I will have egg on my face for getting this wrong all year long.
You know what? One, I hope that's the case for you guys because it's time for you guys to have a winning season. Two, I want to see that happen, Greg.
Exactly.
I just want to see it.
You know, I would love to.
I want to see it too. So
there you go, Kevin.
I would love to have egg on my face. I want to be wrong, but I have to.
I love it.
Yeah, because you know what, Marco and Kevin knows. Even under Gase, I was like, after that first year with him where we won the final 6 games, I think we finished 7-9. I was like, how are we not going to go 11-5? Easy. Look at this schedule. 2 wins. 2 friggin' wins.
I'll tell you how we're not going 11-5. Gase is coming back. That's how we're not going 11-5.
So this year, the joke that we've said from episode 1 to now, I keep my rose-colored glasses in my pocket. And every week I'm hoping to take them out a little, bring them closer and closer to my face.
You know, I gotta say that I'm starting to get infected here. I'm starting to get all pumped up. I want to beat everybody's ass.
I hear it in your voice every time we talk.
Kevin, that's what happens the last week of preseason. Then we have 2 weeks where we can all go, 12-5, 13-4, and then reality kicks in, and you're like, "Oh shit, I don't want that." But I hope that instead we'll be here talking about the Niners and the Jets getting into the playoffs at the end of the season.
And I mean, I love Sam and this and that, but put them out.
Exactly.
Put them out. Pick them up and body slam them and take the flag.
Man, this was great.
Look out, it's go time.
Yeah, no, you're right. This was great. This was awesome.
It was lot of fun.
We tell all our guests, you ever want to hop on, you have something to say, talk about your team. Listen, we're Jet fans, but we definitely want to learn about all the other teams. Like you've been on now, you could tell other people about it.
Absolutely. I think mainly we are football fans.
Exactly.
So it's just fun to talk football.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
How about we do it again, maybe mid-season?
Sounds
so
good.
We can talk about how the Jets and the Niners are going at that point.
Awesome.
Rather than speculating, we can look back and then talk about what's going to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Please, Marco, spread the word to your other football fans.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody, give them what your thoughts are. This is not mass-produced. This is just 3 guys sharing a slice and some beer.
There's no fancy graphics.
Yeah.
Crap.
I love it. I love it.
It's just girls, guys, whoever wants to come on, we just talk from our heart, whether we feel right, it's wrong, correct, whatever. We say what we feel and we have a good time. So props to you for coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
It's time to get on. It's time to get on the bus. Get on the bus.
We'll convert you yet, Marco.
All right, guys. It's been a real pleasure. Enjoy your Sunday. Go Jets. Take care.
Good luck to you as well.
Go Niners.
Have
We'll
a
talk
great
to you
season.
later.
Bye.
All right, thanks,
See you
brother.
later, buddy.
Bye.
Oh man, pretty good.
That
That was good. That was
That was
good, man.
good. All
That was
right,
good.
Kev. So, show and
Well,
teller. You got
yeah,
some stuff?
I wanted to get to a little projection here of the 53.
Okay, go for it. Sounds
Okay.
good.
I mean, I took this off the internet, but I made a couple adjustments to it
Okay.
myself. Okay. I mean, QB, I got Zach as number one
Yeah.
and White as the backup.
Okay.
Okay. Which brings me to running backs.
Okay.
Now, they have Tevin Coleman, Ty Johnson, Michael Carter, and P. Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay. P. Ryan being hurt now, does that open the door for Adams to make the team? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I don't know. And you know what? That could have been a good question for Marco. I don't know enough about Coleman from the 49ers. And I didn't see anything of him this year to say he gets a spot. A lot of Jet fans feel like he's getting this spot. I'm hearing a lot of things that Jet fans prefer Adams over P. Ryan, and I'm the other way. I want Carter, P. Ryan, Adams, and Johnson. Coleman, I don't know. Yeah, he came from the 49er camp. Didn't see enough of him to have a statement on that.
No. And I mean, they got him penciled in as number one.
Starter, yeah.
What are you, crazy?
I don't get that at all.
No.
We're going to know, Kevin, less than 48 hours from now, or exactly about 50 hours, whatever it is, we're going to know.
Tuesday, right?
Yep, 4 o'clock. It all has to be in.
Yep. Okay, wide receivers. Corey Davis,
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Moore,
Yep.
Jamison Crowder, Denzel Mims,
Mm-hmm.
Keenan Cole, and Braxton Berrios.
Okay. But did you name 6 or 7? Was that 6 or 7?
Six.
Okay.
Six.
Wow.
Six.
Okay. All right.
Tight ends. Again, Croft, Herndon.
Mm-hmm.
They had Ryan Griffin in there, and and Trevon Wesco. Okay,
Yeah.
Wesco's the block and fullback.
Yeah,
I
fullback.
understand that, but
Yeah.
to me, I'd rather see Yeboah than Griffin.
Yeah. Me too. And again, we're fans. So
And I know that's your boy
Yeah.
too. So
yeah. I said this to you off camera. You know how good baseball teams have good farm systems? I want to have a good practice squad team. And I understand that if we put him out there, he might not see waivers. But the question is once he's on the team, can we in week 2 put him on the practice squad without having to clear waivers? Or every time, right, once the season starts, it's your practice squad. Can you maneuver guys back and forth without having to always clear waivers? I have to do my research on that. I don't know that. I don't know that for sure.
Good question.
I want to keep some of this young talent, Kevin. I want to keep some of this young talent and see where it goes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you can't. Who wants all 31-year-olds? Not me.
no, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Offensive line: Becton,
Mhm.
Tucker. I mean, they had McGovern in here, but I don't see him coming back.
McGovern, yeah, he's going to be our starting center, Kev.
Well, I mean,
Who's
yeah,
going to play center if not him?
yeah. I guess. All right. Yeah. Van Rotten,
Yeah,
Morgan Moses,
yeah.
Fant, Feeney.
The interesting battle is the Fant Morgan Moses.
Fant on the right side. Yes.
Yeah.
Now we got to watch Becton, make sure he's okay, or else one of them is going to jump over to the left. So
Yeah, and Vera Tucker for that matter, if he's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, all good questions. All good questions. What do you got for the defense? Anything shocking? A name pop out that you said?
Williams, Rankins,
Yeah.
Jonathan Franklin Myers,
Yep.
Bryce Huff,
Yep.
Fatakasi,
Yeah.
Shepard, Blair, Rashid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lawson killed us, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was such a huge loss. I mean, did you see what Gastineau said about him?
Oh no, I didn't. Oh yeah, tell me.
Gastineau was saying he watched the first and the second preseason game, and he was watching his first couple steps coming off the line, and he looked exactly like he did, and what a season he was going to have in this. Yeah, so and Gastineau also said he expected him to break his sack record.
Wow. Oh, wow. All right, that's high praise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Douglas has something up his sleeve. I don't know what, if it's scouting the waiver wire in the next couple of days when it happens.
Well,
trade, something's going to happen. I can't see this team living with what's on the D-line because, like we've always said, this style of defense predicates on getting to the quarterback, so you're not leaving your corners and safeties on an island.
I've heard a couple names. I've heard Chandler Jones.
I heard that one.
Shaq Lawson from the Texans.
I heard that too, but a lot of Jet fans seem to be down on that move when I said that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's like a little thing with the Lawson name.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who the hell knows, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Linebackers, Mosley, Sherwood, Dawkins, Cashman.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I mean, linebackers once looked promising, now is thin. So
yeah, I know. And listen,
I mean, and is Davis going to come back healthy? I don't know.
Let's hope. When the announcement comes down on who our 53 is, we all know from following every team, for being football fans, this 53 might not be the 53 we're going to battle with. So
exactly,
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Where
you also got to see who gets cut by other teams.
Exactly.
You know.
So this 53 will not be the 53. I'll be very surprised.
And the position that worries me the most, cornerback.
Okay.
Austin, Bryce Hall, Michael Carter, Guidry, Dunn, Eccles, Hardy, Pinnock. I mean, you know, these are not household names.
No. It seems like, from how I feel and from what I've been reading and listening, the Jets staff seems to be really high on their cornerbacks more than the outside world, like the outside football world. Hopefully they know better than we do.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, nothing I want more than to have a couple of lockdown corners and see the defense succeed. But, you know, these guys are unproven. So,
but Kevin, even your lockdown corners, 4 or 5 seconds at the most. If you're giving that quarterback back there time to make a sandwich, even Revis Island wasn't going to last after a while. It was going to burn down.
Watching the defense in the preseason games, I'm a little worried.
I agree.
I'm a little worried. I mean, that was the Packers' second and third stringers. That was the third string quarterback on the Packers. And he like sliced up the starting defense.
Well, like I said, Kevin, after that game, one of my gripes were, I don't care if it's the starting quarterback against any unit. No quarterback should have a 19-play drive. And not only that, it's true. Someone brought it to our attention. We didn't even speak about it. The quarterback fell twice on that.
He got
up and still made the play.
Yes.
Never. No quarterback. The starting quarterback, no quarterback should have a 19-play drive.
When a quarterback can fall down,
get up
twice, and have the time to get up and find there's something wrong.
Yeah, that alone, to fall down and even getting up as quick as you can, is 3 seconds.
And there's no lineman in the backfield yet?
Nothing,
Come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Exactly. Exactly. That was good.
Safeties. May, LaMarcus Joyner, Sherrod Niesman, JT Hassel.
Yeah. Hassel whiffed on a big play the other night.
Yes, he did. This is why the back end worries me, man.
Yeah. Now it's funny. The thing is, and like you said, you're throwing it out there. The Hassel name stuck to me because I saw another beat writer, another boy has Hassel as a cut. So 7.0. But by the time we get to Tuesday, there's going to be 1,200 of these projected 53. And,
Yeah. And I mean,
it's food for thought. It's fodder, and we have fun with it.
and I'm seeing that Ashton Davis, still with the foot injury, is going to stay on the pup list to start the season.
Yeah. And listen, that again, I'm not ready to anoint yet. That's another the Davis draft. That's another Joe Douglas draft pick that can't see the field, and it's worrying me. It looks like he got it right this year. These guys seem to be able to stay on the field, our draft class, but
it seems like this draft, like his drafts, they're all getting hurt.
Yeah, at least
just like with the free agency class, they're all getting hurt. Yeah. It's
again, injuries happen. So we can't. I know we're just talking as fans, but his first class is not holding water. Let's hope his second class. It looks like it is going to hold water because we like a lot of these names, and it looks like a lot of these names are going to start. But other than Becton and Maine from that first class, not saying much. Pirine can't get on the field. Mims can't stay on the field.
Right.
Zanuga, we don't know about. Cameron Clark, he got hurt. We don't know about. So,
but,
and
I mean, special teams, Amendola. I love Amendola.
Yeah. Let's hope Kevin Young out to the football gods is that and listen, he's a tank, man. That boy.
Yeah, see that dude? That dude?
Man.
I'm hoping he kicks off and he has to make a tackle and really
and,
screw somebody up.
Speaking of kicking off, here, and I said this to you back then. Remember, I said to you, I'm tired of seeing. I like the fact that we're bringing it out. Now, maybe we're just doing it for preseason, but I like the fact that we're bringing this ball out. I'm tired of seeing this nonsense.
You can't break one if you're not willing to bring it out.
Exactly. I forgot to mention that to you the other night. I'm so glad that and I hope that stays. I hope this wasn't just something for preseason to see what these guys can do. I want to see it in a game. And you know what, Kevin? The one thing we've been accused of is being a vanilla offense. I don't want to be vanilla this year. No one's expecting much from us. I'm not expecting much from us. Let's go out there and shock the world. I want to see a flea flicker or a reverse. Let's light it up. Let's not play vanilla. Let's add some rainbow to this color and bring it out to the field.
Come on, LaFleur. Let's jazz it up here.
Yeah, I think he will, but let's see it. I'm ready. 2 weeks, I'm ready.
So that's it. That's all I got for today.
All right, me too, brother. Another fun one.
Yep.
Another fun one.
Good. Very good. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Let's go.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I hope you enjoyed these podcasts all weekend. We sure as hell have.
Yes, definitely.
It's a freaking blast. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
All right. Hey, we're almost there. It's almost go time.
Almost go time.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. You have a great rest of your day.
You too, my brother.
We want to thank our special guests for coming on today.
Yep. Props.
Yep. It was a pleasure. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep.
Sound good?
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
See you guys later. Hoo-ah!